Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 3 of How to Be a Kind Friend. My name is Annie Boudreau, and I am the founder here at School of Reverence. And I love talking about kindness, contemplating about kindness, because kindness is really needed right now. So thank you for listening. And so a few weeks back, I just asked for you all to consider notice the current friendships and relationships you have right now, and to pay attention to behaviors or habits within those friendships where you might feel stuck, where you might like to be a bit more resourced. And I hope to do that for you, just give you a little bit of insight around what it means to be a kind friend and some practical resources. And also, this series is based on all of the things that we attune to in the Embodied Wonderment Method Facilitator Training, which a new cohort starts in January. So if you're interested, give me a little message. Okay, so here we go. So week 3 is the theme Operating from the Heart. And so just to get into this theme a little, I thought we could just get in our hearts for a second, take a few breaths, and maybe give your heart a little bit of a rub, maybe a tap, a little massage, kind of right here under the collarbone feels good. And then see if you can follow your breath as you do that in and out. Check in. What happens when you drop in a little, feel your heart a little bit more? I know I just suddenly feel more present, more connected. I can breathe a little better. And so I always come back to this quote from my teacher, Melissa Moore, when I think about this theme of operating from the heart. She spoke about this in one of our retreats in Karuna training. And she said, "We are starving to death for intimacy. We're starving to death for conversations where we mean what we say and say what we mean. And for conversations that have emotional depth and clarity all at once. We're totally starving to death for that." And that feels true. This was like 5 years ago. It feels even more true now, you know? And so here's the thing with intimacy. It's vulnerable as fuck, right? We have to be able to get vulnerable to be intimate with others. And that's difficult for many of us now, you know? And the other thing about intimacy, to show up skillfully with intimacy, also means that we need strong boundaries. So Brené Brown says the most compassionate people are the most boundaried people. And so that's in the realm of intimacy, you know? If I can have strong boundaries, I can show up with deep heart and great compassion and really offer myself to another skillfully. Just let that land a little, see what it means to you. And so I feel like I was kind of as in my younger years, I thought the answer was always like, open my heart. If I just like open my heart and just give it to everyone, all will be well. Yet it wasn't really the case. And so another gift, another quote that was given to me that was really helpful from a teacher named Hala Curry in a training called Off the Mat into the World. And she had us in yoga postures and speaking to our emotional states while we were in these yoga postures. And this was a big heart opener. And as we're in this big heart opener and she's talking about the importance of alignment and really being grounded in your legs, she said, if you open your heart and you're not grounded, you're just a doormat. Ouch, you know? So that's the thing. We know the benefit of showing up heart to heart with each other. And what's also true is that there's training around how to do that, skillful means around how to do that, you know? What I love about this, though, when we can show up for each other in this way, what the ultimate fruition is mutual healing, you know? It's relationships that really nourish each other. And it's relationships that aren't about one person saving the other. It's just truly meeting heart to heart, human to human. You see? So notice how that lands with you. What does it mean for you to operate from the heart? What has your experience of that been? Have you been a doormat? Are you really strong in your boundaries? So maybe check in with a reality check for yourself, where you're at with that. And also take into your periphery times where you have really, truly operated from the heart and where you've received that too. And just notice what your body feels like when you bring that into your periphery. And so this week in the next video, I'll offer some boundary exercises that have been helpful for me as far as meeting heart to heart, you know, and being boundaried through that. So stay tuned for that. And for now, let's drop into our hearts a little bit more. And maybe the connection that we all cultivate when we attune to our hearts, we can send that out for all those that really need some connection right now. Sound good? All right, so tune in with your breath again, in and out. Find your heart. Give it a tap. One of my clients has a little mantra with this exercise, and she taps her heart and says, "It's okay, little buddy. It's okay." So however you need to connect with your heart, breathe in and out. And then take into your periphery the texture of really feeling disconnected, a lack of intimacy, a lack of connection, that texture. And bring that into your heart. And consider all other beings that might be feeling this way right now and that really need some heart-to-heart time. And as you exhale, exhale out what we all intrinsically have, which is connection, kindness, strength, courage. So we can send that out to all those in need. So as you inhale, breathe it all in. Let it touch your heart. And as you exhale, love it all out. Let's do that a few more times. Breathe it all in. Love it all out. And now just check in how you are, having just taken this little 9 minutes with me here. And drop a word. I'd love to hear how you are now. Let's see what I got. There's an opening in my throat. I definitely feel more present in my heart. And I can feel like a sensation of joy in my face. So thank you all, and stay tuned for a little boundary exercise this week. Sending much love. Mwah.